Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Hope y'all are having a good day. Today, I want to talk to you guys about, I think probably one of the number one reasons why people struggle with getting sales. And something that I have learned and like tips that can help you if you are also struggling with getting sales, because I know that a lot of people don't want to seem pushy, yucky, salesy, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to give you some tips today that can help you with that process. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Michelle. So if you guys are joining me live, make sure you say hello in the comments. I want to say hello. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you type replay. Want to make sure I connect with everyone. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Heather. How is everyone? Okay, so we're going to talk about something that is lacking. If you are having trouble getting sales, getting reps, all that kind of stuff, I can almost guarantee you it's because of one reason. It's because of one reason. It's because you are not following up with people. You're not following up with people. They always say the fortune is in the follow up. And it's so many people do not follow up. And the reason is because they don't want to be salesy. They don't want to seem too pushy. They just feel kind of weird about it, right? If you are good at following up, like do the little hand raise emoji. If you have trouble with following up, type a 1 in the comments. I want to see. Because I think a lot of people struggle with it because they don't want to seem too pushy, right? Because then they think that people are going to run the other direction if they feel like they're being too aggressive with other people. So I'm just going to give you some tips that will help you, okay? And just to remember that this is something that is vital in your business. If you are not following up with people, you will not have a business, period. You won't have a business, okay? Because when you reach out to people and they seem somewhat interested or whatever, and then the conversation kind of ends, you need to continuously follow up with people, okay? You have to do it. I have several customers, several teammates, and I am trying to think, I may have had one person join me in the first conversation. Almost every single person that I've talked to about a sale, about being on my team, whatever, it was on the 6th or 7th conversation. So had I just stopped and I just took no or they're being quiet or whatever for the answer, then I would have no business. Okay, so you got to follow up with people. So I'm just going to give you some pointers, okay? And maybe little keys that will change your mindset and how you can get better at following up without feeling like you're being too aggressive, okay? So, number 1, we are professional sorters, okay? That is what we are. You see who's open and then you sort people out, okay? You're constantly sorting through people. Obviously, you should be reaching out to people every single day. Okay, but if you are reaching out to people and you are not following back up with those people, you are leaving tons of money on the table. Tons of money. Okay, stats show that most people buy or join after between the 5th and the 8th exposure. 5th and 8th exposure. So if you talk to someone and they are semi-interested but they don't buy and you never speak to them again and you're doing that continuously, that's why you don't have a business, or that's why you are having trouble getting sales, because you're not following back up with those people, okay? So we're not chasing, we're not begging, we're not bugging. You see if people are open to whatever you have to offer, and then you need to be putting them through the follow-up system. You're going from exposure to exposure to exposure, okay? So when you're reaching out to people, if you are not following up with them, then you're gonna really struggle in this business, okay? Second thing, it's a process, okay? So whenever you speak to someone, okay, and you're prospecting them, hi Amy, whenever you're talking to them, okay, and you're going to see, whatever, maybe they're interested in the product, maybe joining the team, extra money, whatever that is, okay? You talk to them. You don't hear from them, okay? Are you going to just never approach them again? No, you should, you don't want to message someone 87 times in 2 days, okay? Because then you're going to get blocked. There's a way to approach people, and there's a way to reach back out to people without being so aggressive, okay? So you should have a system. So how I like to do it, and this is just my personal system, okay? Whenever I reach out to somebody, I see it, I reach out to them however that is. Then I wait a few days, and then I reach back out to them. It's probably just a few days. I reach back out to them. And then maybe I do it maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. And then maybe it goes on like a 30-day system. And then maybe it's like every 60 days. And depending on the conversation, depending on how much they're like interacting with me, is depending on how often I follow up with them. Okay? So I'm not going to follow up with someone, and I'm not going to message them over and over and over again if they never respond to me, right? But if they're giving me some sort of response, then that's how I determine if I follow up with them. Okay, so you need to be doing that. You need to kind of gauge the energy, gauge the conversation, and then you need to come up with your own follow-up process and then put them through that funnel. Maybe they want to try the same, maybe they want to try your product out. Maybe if you do events, maybe you need to take them to an event. Your job is to sort the people out and then go from exposure to exposure to exposure. Because no one, well, I shouldn't say no one, but hardly anyone is going to buy on the very first conversation, guys. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Think about the customers that you have right now, or the team members that you have right now. How many times did you have to talk to them? Okay, so if you're giving up on the first conversation, you are going to struggle in this business, okay? So you've got to make sure you're following up with people. Don't beg. Don't get blocked. You need to have a professional system. You need to have some sort of system, but gauge the energy in the conversation, okay? That will tell you how you need to proceed with this person, okay? So that's going to be the tip number 2. Okay, so, the third tip I have for you guys is ask the right questions. Whenever you can literally, sorry, I'm going to move my leg. You can completely squander a good prospect by just the way that you approach people. If you are approaching them all salesy and hypey and weird and cray-cray, then somebody that may be interested in joining you or maybe interested in the product that you have to offer, you could have already ruined it in the very first conversation. So it's very vital that you are asking the right questions. And I'm going to kind of get a little deep on this last one, but I want you to really think about it. How I approach people, well, let me kind of reverse this. When I get approached, hi Nikki, hi Kay. When I get approached, it never fails. People approach me as if I don't already have the product. Okay, because I buy from literally a gazillion different direct sell companies. And when people approach me, they don't approach me as if, they don't know if I already have it. They assume that I don't have that product already. So I am going to encourage you, whenever you're talking to people, you need to say, hey, are you open, not interested? Because whenever you say, are you interested, then you're trying to close them in the very first conversation. And if you were trying to close people in the very first conversation, you are going to get a lot less people respond back to you. So if I say, hey, are you interested in makeup? Or if I said, hey, are you open to hearing about this awesome makeup that I'm, let's just say unique, because I know that's really popular. Hey, are you open to hearing about this awesome mascara that we just launched? Instead of, hey, are you interested in mascara? Interested is implying to them, are you interested in buying right now? If you say, if you were open, if you change that one word, are you open to hearing about this awesome mascara? I don't know if mascara is your thing. I don't know if makeup's your thing or not. But if it is, and you're open, I would love to share more about it. See, I get people all the time that are trying to close me in the very first conversation, not knowing that I already have a unique rep. I have a Lime Life rep. I have every weight loss freaking rep you can imagine. I already have all those. So if they had approached me and said, hey, I have no idea if you're open to having more energy. I have no idea if that's your thing or not. But if you are, hey, we have this new thing that we just launched, and I would love to share more about it if you're open to it. If not, no worries. Doesn't that sound completely different? Doesn't that sound completely different than, hey, are you interested in this shake? Hey, are you interested in this mascara? Hey, are you interested in blah, 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 blah? See if people are even open before you try to close them in the very first conversation. Guys, it's a process. You're not going to close them in the first conversation. It is a process. So you see if they're even open. If they're open, then you go to phase 2. If they like phase 2, then you take them to phase 3. But so many people are trying to close them in the very first time they talk to them. Especially if you don't know someone, that you're going to fail miserably. You're going to fail miserably. So if you would just change the one word, if you would change the approach on how you reach out to people, it makes the follow-up process so much easier. Okay, so you just got to remember, we're sorting people. Okay, we're professional sorters. Then you got to remember it's the process. Okay, you got to take them from point A to point Z. And sometimes they, join on J, or sometimes, whatever. But you got to realize that it's a process. Don't try to close them in the first conversation. See if they are open to what you have to offer instead of interested. See if they're open to wanting to hear more instead of just trying to, hey, I don't know you, but will you buy my mascara? Hey, I'm putting an order in. I don't know if you already have this foundation, but hey, I'm putting an order in. Do you want some? I don't even know you. I already have that foundation, but thanks. But if you would have said, hey, I have no idea if you're open. We just got this new energy pill. I love it. I have no idea if that's something that you're open to, but if you are, I would love to share more about it. Do you see the difference in that? If you change one word, you will get so much more people responding to you than people like, oh my God, right? Because network marketing has a bad name, right? So go through the process. Warm people up. A lot of times people are cold, right? They're like a cold prospect. You want to warm them up. So if you approach them in that way, you're going to warm way more people up to go through that funnel. Now, with that being said, is everybody going to message you back? No. You're going to get a good majority that will not message you back, and that's fine. That's completely fine. But if you will do it in the right way and non-salesy and non-hypey and non-join my team and blah, 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 the amount of people that will respond back to you will be much greater. Much greater if you will just do small little tweaks in how you approach people. Again, guys, if you're not following up with people, you're not doing your job. Okay, you have to follow up with people. If that annoys people, then they're probably not a good prospect. If they're getting annoyed 9 times out of 10, it's because you're approaching them in the wrong way. It's because you message them one time and then you're already messaging them that night, or you're messaging them every day, or you've messaged them several times. You're not giving enough time to let them breathe, okay? But you want to follow up with people, okay? Again, people do not usually buy on the very first conversation. It takes a series of conversations. So cold, you're getting them warm until where they're a hot prospect, until they're ready to buy, especially if they don't know you. Okay, if they don't know you, they have to know, like, and trust you before they're just going to spend money with you. And that is a great way to do it in a good way without turning people off. So change that one word. Not interested. We're not saying, are you interested? We're going to say, are you open? Are you open to what I have to offer? Are you open to making some extra money? Are you open to some makeup? Are you open to, these services that I have? I have no idea if that's your thing or not. But if it is, and you're open, I would love to share more about it. Yada, 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 yada. Okay? That will, I promise you, you will get so much more feedback if you just change the way that you approach people, okay? So those are my tips, okay? Just to go over them very quickly. If you guys are getting value, make sure you share this video. Make sure you tag a teammate, because I promised you, if you have a team and you're wanting to expand, these little tips will help you recruit more people, get more sales, all that kind of stuff. So share the video, tag a teammate, whatever you need to do, okay? Also, So let me just kind of go over them really quickly. Okay. We are professional sorters. You should be prospecting every single day. Okay. But how you prospect people and how you approach them will make or break you. If you're doing it in the wrong way, people are going to block you and you're going to get nowhere. So change the way that you're approaching people. Okay. So we are professional sorters. So you're seeing who's open and then you're putting them through the funnel. Okay. Remember, it's a process. You're not going to close people on the very first conversation. Not going to happen. Okay, so if you're giving up after the very first conversation, then this business may not be for you. Okay, you've got to follow up with people, but do it in a way that you're not annoying people. Okay, because following up is part of your job. Okay, hi Fawn, hi Diamond. Okay, so following up with people, and then remember, are you open? Are you open? Not are you interested? Are you open into what I have to offer? If you are, I would love to share more. If not, hey, no worries whatsoever. That if you approach people in the right way, you're going to get so much further. Okay, so much further. If you're doing it in the wrong way, you're already turning people off before you've even started a conversation. Now, again, remember, if you send 20 messages out, you may get 5, 6 people. You may get 10 people. So remember, you're not in any scenario are you going to get everybody that's going to message you back. Never. Doesn't happen. Okay? But it's the consistency and doing it every day, because you should be prospecting every single day. That's where you're going to see the success, okay? So don't give up after the first conversation. If you're not following up with people, that's why you're not getting sales. That's why you're not getting team members, because you're not following up with the people that you already talked to, okay? So I hope you guys found value in this. I hope you did. If you like, hi Jesse. If you like trainings like this, I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Make sure you hit that live notification button so you can see me live. And again, if you found value, share this video, tag a teammate. I hope you guys did find value in it. I love giving little tips that I have learned throughout this journey of mine. I've been in my company a little over a year, so I've learned a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that's hurt me and a lot of stuff that's helped me. So I love sharing that with you guys. So anyways, hope you guys have an awesome Wednesday, and I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.